well on my way. After graduating from college, I worked a series of high-profile jobs in the marketing world and was even recognized in a prominent national top 30 under 30 list. There was one problem. Secretly, or perhaps not so secretly, I was miserable. I tried on many different personas and adopted countless ad hoc coping mechanisms, but nothing helped. I kept torpedoing my success at every turn. I drank too much at office happy hours and acted inappropriately. My weight constantly went up and down as I bounced between binging and barely eating at all. I was anxious almost every day and had frequent panic attacks. Quite often, I was so depressed that I called in sick to work and hid in bed all day. At my last job, I was asked to start a department from scratch, and I was too prideful, anxious, and short-sighted to secure allies. Eventually, the New York office tried to get me fired. Did this girl stand up and fight like a plucky heroine in a novel? No, she did not. She cried in the bathroom and started working from home as often as she could. But when she eventually quit and started freelancing, she became an accidental entrepreneur who focuses more on making time for life than making millions. I run a business called Women Online. We are a social impact marketing agency with the sole mission of creating campaigns that mobilize women for social good. I like to say we are small but mighty, even though we have fewer than 10 people, and are virtual at that. We help the largest organizations in the world with digital strategy. For example, we helped President Obama's campaign reach mom bloggers and get them to the polls. And we created digital tools that inspired American families to learn about and support the work of Malala Yousafzai and the United Nations, both on a mission to educate girls worldwide. Over the last decade, I've built a life that allows me to earn enough money and find just enough recognition without driving myself crazy and sacrificing my homebody self. I learned to play to my strengths and nourish my introversion, focusing less on the long-term outcome of success and more on the everyday. Today, thanks to the deliberate way I've organized my business, I can literally be at the UN one day and home with the boys digging in the dirt the next. On the days I'm at a client's office, pitching new business or giving a speech, you'll probably find me in the ladies in between sessions. Every single day I build in lots of breaks and alone time for myself, even if it's just 5 minutes in a quiet room. Of course, this best of both worlds lifestyle comes at a cost. It has meant sacrifices, less success than some peers, and a slower path. But it's my version of success, and I love it. The aha moment came when I learned to redefine my vision of success. The old vision was media mogul. My new vision was less focused on some far-off notion of success attained. I traded someday for today. For me, it's the choice to be a hermit entrepreneur, a mostly tongue-in-cheek term I use to describe my choice to mostly work at home in my yoga pants. What if you became the kind of success you wanted to be? What if you could enjoy the everyday of your work life? What if you stopped all that networking? What if you distilled your business development to the bare minimum and still managed to grow your business or your income? What if instead of getting out there, you could simply stay in? The good news is that you can learn and practice the skills you need to achieve a version of success that's right for you and make enough money. And I'll give you strategies and concrete career development and management tools to get there. These strategies begin with setting a vision and developing realistic goals that satisfy all of your needs, even if it means accepting a more modest career or slower business growth trajectory. Then manage around your goals in ways that allow for an enjoyable hermit lifestyle. To maximize your impact with the least amount of face time, you carve out a strong professional niche and digital footprint for yourself. If you own a small business or work freelance, you price your offering slightly above market rate. You determine the right client, project mix, or type of work that allows you the time you need for yourself. No matter where you work, you create a long-term professional franchise for yourself that assures you of future jobs, freelance gigs, and business opportunities, as well as even more free time in the future. You engage in high-impact, smart networking and only attend a few strategically selected conferences. You track your workflow and scope your work more carefully so as to protect your time for family, friends, and self. And finally, you recalibrate expectations with bosses.